Alright, I'm at 2530 Avon Drive in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. We're looking for any structural issues, root intrusion, basically anything that would be of concern to the buyer. Our access point is a clean out here right next to the front door. You can see. And we're going to go both directions. We're going to go upstream first, go back towards the house, and then after that we'll go downstream and take it out to the main. So there's a connection right here for the clean out. You can see the Fernco there, but it does look like there is PVC. Either that or it is lined right here. I think it's just a short piece of PVC inserted. And then we go into cast iron. But so far this cast iron looks wide open. A lot of times you'll have a lot of buildup. This may have been cleaned. Because this looks wide open. Usually you'll see a lot more rust than this. A lot more like mineral buildup or mineral deposits on the bottom of the pipe. And what we're looking for with cast iron is just you can never really tell how much life is left in it, but we're looking for any active holes or breaks. It will rust eventually, obviously, you can see all that, and so you don't usually know how much life is left in it. But as long as it's functioning, and we've reached the back of the line, that's where it rises up for the vent, probably right next to the right underneath the bathroom, right behind the toilet. And so that's as far back as we can get. That's the high end or the beginning of the sewer line. And the cast iron looks really good. Especially for the age of the house, this looks, cast iron here is in really good shape. Cast iron's a little more prone to soft clogs due to just the roughness of it and the rust buildup. Like in this case, this looks really good. It looks nice and smooth. But in most cases, there's a lot of rust buildup, and so they can catch stuff. Toilet paper, wet wipes are a big problem. So you should definitely avoid those. But this line looks really good so far. And we're back to the clean out. Okay, now we're going to go downstream towards the main. This should probably switch over to clay right after the clean out. Yep, there we go. And we do have some root intrusion. About 9 feet. There's a tree in the neighbor's yard. I'm assuming that's where it's coming from, or there used to be one in this front yard at some point, but these roots still look active. They're not down in the flow line, but they can become an issue if they continue to grow. Probably with the amount that's here, it'd be a good idea to put some Root-X through here. It's a chemical that'll help kind of burn back the roots. As you can see, they're down in the flow line here. They keep getting closer and closer to the flow line, so it might be a good idea to have this cleaned. It's been about almost every joint, which is normal for clay lines. I mean, it's pretty normal for them to get in. Over the years, the packing in between the joints. The pipe is in like 3-foot sections, and so there's a lot of connections, and so you have a lot of chance for root intrusion like this. The packing around those joints can just slowly loosen or shrink over time, and so the roots get in for food and water all in one place. but it doesn't seem like it's obstructing flow at all right now. You could have it cleaned, or you could treat it, usually a yearly treatment of Root X. Works pretty well for small amounts of roots like this. But structurally the line looks pretty good. It's all holding shape. I haven't seen any breaks. And once you get out past a certain point, a little tiny belly here, but it's probably right at the main. We're going to have to check to see. Based off of the footage, I think I may be right at the main. I guess not. There's the main right there. There's some buildup right here at the main. That is right at the tap. I think I'm going to run some water here to try to rinse this out and see what's going on. The house is empty. We're going to see if we can run some water and push some of this debris out. Because there we are. I did get past it and you can see down in the main, but there's some buildup right here at the connection, and that may be a problem with the tap. It just looks like a break-in tap is the problem. But we're still going to run some water here. See if we can watch it function on the way out. As you can see, it looks like this was probably lined at one point, and that's kind of why it looks like a break-in tap. That's where they had cut. When they lined the main, it looks like they had cut open the tap. There may be a little bit of debris from that cut. It's kind of holding up a little bit of stuff right there at the tap. We should be getting down there shortly. See it coming in right behind the camera there. Yeah, I think I knocked that stuff out of the way. That's what it was. There's just a little bit of buildup right here on the, right there at the tap. I think that you can see the cutout where it's oval shaped. Yeah, I think they lined it, and there's a little buildup right there of junk right on the edge of the tap where it falls into the main. Just because of that cutout where they lined it. And so it's flowing past it, but if this ever does become an issue, this is on SD1 or the sewer department. That is from them lining the main. So see if we can measure that belly here. The camera lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe, so this isn't a whole lot of water, but I'm actually going to turn the water off, and that way we'll see if how much is this contributing to it, and we'll see, give it a minute to drain down, and then we'll see how high that water level is. It may not be as high as it looks right now. So I'm going to pause the video for a minute. Alright, so the water's off. You should be able to tell a little bit better about. There we go. Yeah, we were already underwater a minute ago. I mean, 57 feet, as long as we can get flashes out of it. See how you get flashes? We can tell that that's only about an inch deep. And that's not an issue in a 6-inch pipe. we'll still mark that up as a minor belly between 57 and 44, but it's not obstructing. It's not obstructing flow at all. See ya. So all the roots are within the first 20 feet. And they're all minor. I believe these could be treated with a root X. And there you go at 9 feet. I think that was the beginning of it, so about 9 to 20 feet. Nope. So 5. So about 4 foot to 20 foot. You have some root intrusion, all minor. And then 44 to 57, there's a minor belly. None of those are obstructing flow at the moment. You should obviously treat the roots with some root X, like I've mentioned a few times. I would do that right after you get in, and then this is something that you will have to monitor in the future. Probably adding root X every once a year or so would be a good idea, just so that you could try to prevent them from growing any larger. But structurally the line looks good. Just had roots from, like I said, first from about 4 feet. So at the end of this clean out to about 18 to 20 feet out, and those that's all. You just need to hit that with a chemical. It should keep those at bay about once a year, and then I mean, I'll mention that belly, but that's not a major issue. So it's just something I will have to call out on the report, but it was very minor again and is not holding any solids or obstructing flow. So that'll end the inspection at 2530 Avon Drive in Crestview Hills, Kentucky.